Okay, September 13th, 2023. This was the CPI today at 8:30, and we came up here to a high, came down here to the low. So I put my Fibonacci retracements from here down to here on the 1 minute candle. We have since then made a move up to here, and this was the 78.6, so that's where I executed a short. I sold one contract on NASDAQ, and what I'm looking for is a move down to somewhere in here, which I just now went from the low to the high to find out where my 61.8 retracement is to put my target. My target was already there, so it was like, okay. So I ended up moving it out of the way in case we flush down. I want to make sure I can grab it, and I'll just grab my stop and move it down. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of wait and see what happens. So nice. I'm pretty happy with those two 1 minute candles. Nice little flush down. I think I'm up $400 or $500, and just let it go. Okay, so I always look for a bounce at the 38.2. Didn't really get it. And then I look for one at the 50 and then one at the 61.8. So anyway, now I'm going to start dropping my stop down to guard against the move back up. Okay. So here I'm just marking out my targets, so eventually I can get rid of my fib retracements. So I know that those are my targets. A lot of times I'll just put a little red line there, and just to kind of clean my chart up. You can see I don't like much on them. I do have my VWAP on there, which is right below my stop right now, currently. And it's a green line that turns red when it's below and green when it's above. So that big green box area is what they call a bull zone. So we would expect, again, you can see we got to the bottom of that bull zone and we closed right at it and made a move off of it. So I would expect coming back down is to hit the top and potentially bounce from it. That's what's kind of going in my mind right now as I'm watching this playback. So then what I'll do is I'll continue to drop my stops down. So what I did here is I put the fib from the high to the low because I want to see how high we could go up. I wouldn't expect it to go higher than the 50%, so that's why my stop is at around the 61.8 and right above VWAP. So I'm kind of hiding behind VWAP, which isn't a good strategy. I'll just tell you that. So at this point, I'm just waiting for a move lower or whatever so I can drop my stop down a little bit further. I'll eventually get rid of this little fib retracement. This just kind of gives me a warm fuzzy feeling, like, okay, how high could it go? Where should I put my stop? You know, I want to make sure I collect some money. What are we up? 570. So now I'm just watching. So if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, what I'm showing, if you can hit the subscribe button, that'd be fantastic. Hit the like button, and maybe Google will release some better quality videos for me and get up in the high definition side. Okay, so I'll get rid of that. I'll put the other one back on. Go. So now we're at the 50%, which is also right there, corresponds to the bull zone. And this is where I'm starting to think, okay, where do I want to put my stop? in case we bounce from here and we don't even make it down to the 61.8? Or do I want to put my stop and how much can I get out of this? Okay, you can see I dropped her down there, but I end up moving it, I think. It would be great to come down to that 61.8, then I would have put my stop right above the 50%. Again, just walking it down. So now what I'm thinking is, as long as we don't go above the 38.2, close above it, then I'll stay in this trade. But if we get above the 38.2 there, then I want to be out of this trade. So I'll kind of move my stop out of the way so we don't get wicked out. See, there's about 16 seconds left on this candle. 15 seconds, 12. Okay, gonna get a new candle here. Again, I like all this price action. I'm okay with that. I like it all. So I don't like this one. I don't like this price action. So I'm grabbing my stop and thinking about where do I want to put this. So while looking at this and looking back at this, because I'm recording over it for my voice. I had just audio or music before. When I look at this and I say, wow, silly guy, you should have put your stop there right above the 38.2, because we already breached it since we went down to the 50. So I get a little less confident now in the 38.2 is going to hold. So I should have dropped my stop down another, down to around 68, 67. I could have captured a few more points. That's what I'm thinking right now. I wasn't thinking that at the time. I was just thinking about, okay, what I end up doing here is putting my stop at 25 points, and my thought was, well, at the time I remember distinctly is, might as well capture 500 bucks here, right? We're at 700 there, and so I'm going to give back 200. So you should be capturing at least 500, because right now the price action tells me we're probably going to go back up. I think that candle there kind of let me know. See, I start to get nervous here. Yeah, didn't like that candle, don't like this one. So I literally just about grabbed my stop there and was going to bring it on down. Just so you know. You can see I'm already getting rid of my target, thinking, okay, it's not coming down. Well, how much should I capture? These are all the thoughts, that go through your mind while you're trading, right? And they should, right? Your goal is to capture money, is to take money, not to give it. So this is where I'm thinking, almost got taken out. Yeah, I did get taken out. So anyway, turned out to be 500 bucks. It was a good day. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button.